Recording is on.
Okay, let's dive straight into today's activities and welcome once again everyone to the product deep drive. And today we'll be looking at introduction to products management. So the first thing here on the slide is welcome and introduction. As you all know, this is my first time taking you on this course, product management. I'll quickly introduce myself. My name is Miss Elizabeth Enyadi. I'm a product manager. I work in the fintech space. Alright. So I would like to meet each and every one of you. I'll turn on my video so that you can see me. Then each and every one of you as well. If you are able to turn on your video during your introduction, please kindly do so that we can get to uh, meet each other. So I just turn on my video. I don't know. Are you able to see me? Can anyone see me?
Yes,
Okay, yeah. So
yes, I can see you.
okay, all right. I'm Elizabeth Enyadi. I'm a product manager in the fintech space. So I've worked on remittance products, digital lending products, virtual accounts management system as well. So I would like to know each and every one of you. Let's start from Tori Seju. I don't know if I pronounced the name well.
Tori Sheduma.
Okay, Tori Seju. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's meet you. Just this how the introduction is going to go. Just tell us your name and your course of study or what you're currently doing. If yeah, what you're currently doing. I think that should work. So Teresa, are you going first?
Yes, ma'am. No problem. No problem. But I didn't hear my name and my what
Yes,
too.
what you're currently doing or what your course of study.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tori Shedwa, and I just finished school and I studied hospitality and tourism management.
Okay, all right. That's good to meet you. It's nice to hear that. Okay, let's move on to Babatunde. Babatunde, are you there? Okay, while we wait for Babatunde to please unmute and speak, let's move on to Oluwatufumi. Oluwatufumi, can we have you?
Yeah, good afternoon, ma. My name is Biala Oluwatofumi, and I studied political science and currently serving.
Oh, that's good to hear. Welcome, Oluwatufumi. Okay, we'll move on to Abraham. Hi, Abraham. Can we meet you?
My name is Gabriel Ibrahim, and I'm a final year student of political science. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Currently, I'm still in school. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's nice. It's nice to meet you, Abraham. Okay, let's move on to Olua. Uh, okay, just hold on. Let's move on to David. Hi, David. Can we meet you? David, are you able to speak? Okay, we'll move on to Mata.
Yes, David is admin. I don't think he's a part of us.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. All right. Let's move on to Mata.
Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Tai Super. I'm an accountant by profession. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, and you're welcome, Mata. Okay, so let's move on to the last and not the least that I'm seeing on my list, which is Peace. Hi, Peace. Can we meet you? Okay, Peace, are you speaking?
Well, I am.
Okay, yes, I can. Just proceed.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Peace Onyebuchi. I studied economics. Currently a fashion designer.
Oh, okay, okay, you're welcome. That's good to hear.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing my today's message. Okay, that's fine. All right, so you're all welcome. I'll proceed to share my slide. Okay, I'm still sharing. Okay, so that's the introductory section. So you're all welcome to let's product management class. Let's feel free to talk. Let's feel free to interact. It's going to be interactive section. Uh, should you experience any if there's any question, anything at all, please always feel free to stop me so that I can come back to you. If you don't understand anything, don't be shy. So be open minded, and it's going to be a way of discovery and learning for each and every one of us. Okay, so yeah, let's start. Let's go straight into the business of the day. So, like I said, the class is going to be an interactive section, and today we're talking on introduction to product management. What product management is. For the last 4 weeks, 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. You've done the foundational class. You've been able to have an insight into each and every of the track, product design, product management, coding. So you add foundational knowledge. And now we're starting with this is the product drive. It's a deep dive into the particular track that you have subscribed to. So I want to ask each and every one of us this particular question that you're currently seeing on the screen. Why do you want to be a product manager? So, what intrigues you about product management? So, feel free to use the chat box and you can also unmute to speak. Let me start with your Sager again. Why do you want to be a product manager?
Okay, ma. Why I want to be a product manager? Okay, when I wanted to dive into tech, that's early this year. So I made my research and I read about product management and I don't know. I just I just loved it when I read about it. How the fact that being a product manager means that you have to like see to the betting of a product from the beginning to the end, and you have to work with various teams. So yes, my that's what caught my attention to product management.
All right, thank you very much for that. I think I love that part. Like, you have to oversee from the bait of the product to retirement to like, yes, you just have to be very involved when it comes to product management. Okay, that's nice. Any other person? Why do you want to be a manager? Any other person?
Can I go, ma?
Oh, okay. Yes, please.
All right. So, I think why I want to become a product manager is because of the fact that I've been managing so many projects. I've organized events and all of those things. I believe that it can be transferred to product manager. And so when I realized that program management is also a test skill, I just like, okay, I think this one is good for me. So I can just transfer the skills I learned from all those events, organizing, coordinating projects and all of those things. I think can be transferred to being a program manager. So
Okay, interesting. Awesome, awesome. That's good to know. That you're an event manager. If I get it correctly, you manage projects and you feel you can transfer the skills that are transferable into product management, right? Are we on the same track? Was that Daniel? Can you hear me? So, can anyone hear me?
Yes, ma, I can hear you, ma.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
okay. I didn't know who just finished speaking.
So I think it was.
It was Abraham.
I think Abraham.
Abraham. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Okay, so it's good to know that Abraham has been managing projects and he feels he can transfer that into product management. So hence why he wants to be a product manager. That's fine. So I'm looking at the chat box now. Martha says she loves coordinating tasks and ensuring that needs are met timely. As part of my job is to ensure customer satisfaction. That's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, part of your job role currently is to ensure customer satisfaction. Yes, that's all good. You are actually on the right track. You can transition into product management. Any other person before we move on? Are they?
Can I speak more?
Yes, please.
Okay, I want to be a product manager because I want to help build projects that people can actually find useful and enjoy using.
Okay, customer centric way that people can use and find joy using. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Ali Damola. Please, do you want to also go?
I was the one that just spoke right.
Okay, please. Okay, okay, all right,
Yes.
okay, all right. Do we have any other person that would want to go? Okay, awesome. You all have valid reasons and exciting ones at that into why you want to transition into product management. Why you want to be product managers because in one way or another you have done something that is kind of related to product management, despite on your role, what you're currently doing, you manage projects, you manage events, you see to customer satisfaction. So these are part of the skills needed to build what you need as a product manager. So this is just for the purpose. I'm sorry, the my screen. Well, I hope you can see my slide. Even though I think it's tiny.
Yes, ma, we can.
Okay. So what you need.
Yes, ma'am.
So for this training, for these classes, like I said, it's going to be interactive. We have to also be proactive. So you will need your Google Suite. That's your spreadsheets, your Google Doc, and Google Meet for calls. But yeah, we use Jitsi here, so that's fine. And also open a dedicated sheet. Like have a dedicated Google Sheet. I prefer using Google Sheet. Have a dedicated Google Sheet that okay, this is for your product management class. Have a Google Doc as well. Then your writing materials, then your WhatsApp group. Yes, I was just added to the WhatsApp group. Yeah, we have a WhatsApp group. So pin the group on your profile so that you don't get to miss out on important messages. So try as much as possible to pin the WhatsApp group on your profile. So energy, you need energy for this journey as well. So you've started 2 months ago. So now we are having a deep dive. This is the deep dive section. So you need more energy. And mind you, you get whatever energy you give is what you get. So try as much as possible for those period of 6 months. Ensure that you give in your best energy. Product management is a lot. So you need to give in your full energy. Another thing is accountability. You have to be open and accountable. Be intentional about this. Be intentional that, oh, I want to learn product management. I do not want to be just learn the theoretical aspect, but also the practical aspect. I want to put into use. As we learn, we have to start putting into use every of our learning skills. So see them as your motivations to learn. So as time goes on, I will be pairing us like having we'll be having accountability partners. So see your accountability partner as your motivation to learn. Learn from them, they learn from you. You get updates from them as well. You carry them along. One person's success is another person's success. When you feel one person is lagging, you have to pull them. So that's the need for accountability. So we need to also have accountability. So it's a give and get. As you are giving, you are also getting in return. So let's have all of this at the back of our mind for this product management journey. So what are the best practices? Like I said, pin the group to your WhatsApp profile. Let it be your priority for the next 4 months that is remaining. Make it your priority. Share your learnings online. It is not how will I put this now? It is not enough for you to learn all of these beautiful things about product management, but you're not sharing online. You have to also be visible online. So share your learning journey online. We have LinkedIn, like every social media that you feel you can learn, you can meet with other professionals in that field. Share your learning. You do not need to start practicing product management as a role before you start sharing your learnings online. Start sharing your learnings online. Engage people. Engage with other members of this class as well. Then you have to demonstrate teamwork and collaborate respectively. So we are all a team. For us to achieve our success in the next 4 months, we have to work as a team. We need to collaborate. We need to collaborate. Do not see it like as a tutor to student approach now. Let's see it as a teamwork. Feel free to come to me for anything you need. Feel free to come for clarity if you need assistance, practicalizing what you have learned. So see it as a teamwork, collaborate as well. Participate actively in all of the activities, in this course. Please participate. Assignments are going to be given, class work. Let's participate actively in all of the activities. So and ensure that you attend all the live sections. Ensure. Do not say, hey, I'm going to listen to the recording. When you attend live classes, you interact directly with the tutors. You are able to ask the questions, get feedback. So please and please try as much as possible. So and that's why we're going to be working with our time, what time is convenient for us, so that we have large number of people. Like I want each and every one of us to always attend classes. Let's attend classes and also encourage others to attend classes. So approach all your assignments with seriousness and commitment. Like I said, there are going to be class works, there are going to be assignment. Ensure that you engage all of them with seriousness. Do not take it with levity. So let's be up and doing in this 4 month that we're looking at. So and contribute meaningfully to discussions. When we raise discussions online, on the group chats, in live sections like this, contribute meaningfully to the discussion. Engage. It is when you engage that's when you learn from others' experience as well. Then ask questions and share your insights. Please do well to always ask questions. No question is foolish. You should always ask questions when you are not clear. Ask your questions. Nobody is going to insult you for asking your question. Nobody is foolish for asking any question. It is when you don't ask, that's when you will not know. So always ask your question, please. Feel free to ask your question. So yes, so the objective of this course, what we are looking at achieving into this class. First, we want to gain a clear understanding of what product management is and its importance. That's the first thing. So we have four objectives for the purpose of this class. The first one is to gain a clear understanding of product management. The second one is identify the core responsibilities of a product manager. You as a product manager, what are your responsibilities? What are you looking at? What should you do? What is expected of you as a product manager? Now, we also have to differentiate between what the product is, what project manager is, what program manager is as well. I'm sure you've gone through this, but yeah, we'll just go through it again. If you have any question or clarity, I will be available and willing to assist. Then you also have to, we are going to also explore the key skills that are needed at to succeed as a product manager. What are the key skills that you should have? What are the key skills that are needed? What are the tools that are needed at product managers? So that's what we're going to be looking at in this class. Feel free, like I said earlier, to draw my attention if anything that I've said so far is not clear. So back to the big question. What is product management? I'm very sure that each and every one of us have an idea of what product management is. And we have so many definition of product management. But amidst all of the product management definitions, what I want us to always have at the back of our mind that product management. Product in this case can refer to a product, goods. It can also refer to services. So always note that products denote either goods, whether you're selling a physical products, physical goods now, or services, you are rendering services. It all falls under product. Product. You cannot solving a problem in this world has to always do, you have to come up with a product. You do not have to all, it does not always have to be a physical product. It has to be something. It can be services, it can be physical goods or commodities that people are able to see. Having this section, having this course, learning product management is also a product. Finding a solution. Oh, people want to transition into product management, people want to learn product management. How do we meet users need? How do we solve this problem? Okay, let's bring up having different courses where users can pick their trap, and here we are today. So it's still product. So when it comes to product management now, we have products, we have management. Like I said, products can be physical, tangible, or intangible goods in terms of services. Now, management, from the word manage. When they say manage, I want to manage something. Manage is you are coordinating, you are organizing, like you are you are in charge. Yeah, let me put it that way. Manage this thing for me. Oh, this is this. Manage this pen for me. You are in charge, you are assisting, you are coordinating. So you are the manager in charge. So there's products, there's management. Product management is when you coordinate, when you strategically guide the development, like Terry Seju said, from birth. Now, when it comes to products now, from the ideation stage, we have product life cycle. We will get there, not in this last group, but we would also look at product life cycle later. But when it comes to products now, as a product manager, if you want to be involved in product management, always note that product management starts from the ideation stage, whereby you cite a problem, there is a problem. How do you solve this problem? So from that ideation stage that, oh, this is the problem, how can I solve this? When you start engaging in market research, users feedback, like you want to know what products, what can I do to solve this problem? So always note that product management starts from the stage, ideation stage, to when you finally launch that product in the market. When you finally launch the product in the market, Mind you, it doesn't stop at launch. There's still ongoing management. There is still ongoing management when it comes to product management. You are still managing it. So even when you have launched, when you have introduced your product or your services to the market, it doesn't stop there. You don't have to relax and start celebrating. Yes, it is a milestone. You have hit a milestone. You can celebrate. But mind you, you should always continue to monitor the progress of that product that you have launched to the market. You have to start iterating, improving. Okay, this is it. What, how can I improve what is in the market before it goes to the declining stage? There are products that after they reach maturity, they decline. That's when you bring in another new product or you enhance the existing one. Is it that you bring in a new product to supplement that, or you enhance that? But if you just put your product in the market and you forget about it, that oh, because I've launched in the market, that is the end of the product life cycle. The product will die. So you have to continuously monitor and manage the product or services that you have launched. So product management is from birth to death to like it retires, then you come up again with an idea, you enhance, you give bring in another product. You have to keep working. Like you have to be on your toes. Like what does the market need now? As a product manager, you have to be up and doing. It is a task. Like they say, product manager is not easy. I'm not trying to scare you though, but you are, it's a very interesting part. It's a very interesting career line, if you must say. As product manager, you must be able to make soup out of stone. You must be able, like out of difficulty, you should be able to make something out of it. So product management is also identifying a problem worth solving. Like I said earlier, there has to be a problem for you to be a product manager. For you to make money in this world, there has to be a problem, and you must be ready as a product manager to solve that problem. You have to cite that problem, and that problem has to be worth solving, not a problem that is not worth solving. You have to solve a problem that is worth solving so that you do not channel your energy to the wrong direction. And when you are solving the problem, ensure you are creating the right solution. The right solution. Not like you are, I don't know how to make this example now. You do not say, okay, you are looking for solution. Maybe people have there is increase in the rate of people having leg pain, for instance, and you say, okay, because of that, you want to create a solution whereby they amputate and they use the artificial artificial leg. That is not the right solution. That is not the right solution. You should always provide the right solutions for your users, and consistently, like I said, consistently improve it to meet customer needs and goals. Customers needs, like it's today customer can need this, tomorrow it changes, so you also have to be on your toes to be on the lookout, do your market research very well. So in product management, the key points here are customer needs. Customer needs, there has to be, your product should meet the needs of your customers. The product should meet the needs of your customers. You should guide the product life cycle from ideation to death stage. You have to be in charge. You have to be confident as a product manager. You have to be in charge. You take charge of your own products. No one will do it for you. As a product manager, you have to take charge of your own product. From ideation, from managing the stakeholders involved in the product. Then we have business goals. You have to ensure that as your customer needs, as you are building product, it is meeting customer needs and the business goals as well. You have to work in line with your business goals to ensure customer satisfaction. You manage stakeholders involved, from engineering team to the marketing team to the operations team. You have to be there as a product manager. So who is a product manager? A product manager is a person that drives development of a product. As a product manager, you drive the development. You define the strategy, the roadmap, the futures, like you are the one that comes with these insights. Oh, this is what, once you get what you're trying to build, okay, this is what I want to build, this is what the strategy will look like, this is my product roadmap, these are the futures I'm looking into. So one thing you should know as a product manager is you should always understand your customer needs and the market trend. Always understand what your customers need. Put yourself in the shoes of the customers. Know what they want. Do your market research very well. Ensure you are not providing solutions that are outdated. Do not produce solution or provide solutions that are outdated, that are no longer in trend. So that is why it is very important that you study the market trend as well. As a product manager, you have to prioritize your future and create your product roadmap. How do you prioritize your future? Let's take for instance, you want to build an application that allows people to order food stuff now and get it delivered to their food, to their doorstep. So now you already know what the problem is. Okay, so many people after going to work on weekends, they want to rest and they don't want to go out to start looking for what to cook. So they needed somewhere they can order all of this fresh food stuff online and it will deliver to their doorstep. You've identified what the problem is. So now you have to divine what your product vision is going to be and the strategy you want to uh look at in carrying out this. Then you now prioritize the future. Okay, if I'm building an app, I want to build a mobile application. What are the futures? What kind of futures am I looking at first? That's where your product roadmap comes in. Then we have what we call the minimum viable product. Okay, yes, I do not want to have all of the features. If you want to say, oh, I want to release into the market something that has all of the features involved, and at the end of the day, you end up spending a lot of resources and development time. So you come up with your minimum viable products that, oh, this is what I want. Let me have what features am I looking at now? Okay, the sign up and the login feature. Customers, users should be able to sign up. New users should be able to sign up. So you know that you prioritize your future. First thing first, users should be able to sign up. So when you are going to your engineering team, you are going to them that, okay, first thing first, sign up future has to be there. You prioritize your future. Users should be able to sign up. Existing users should be able to log into the platform. Then other buttons should work. Then if you are going to be integrating with third party partners, maybe vendors that sells all of these things, how are you going to integrate with their APIs? All of those things needs to be in place. But you as a product manager needs to prioritize what feature should come first and which one should be in the backlog. So as a product manager, it is your work to do this, to also create the product roadmap. You have to create the product roadmap so that you don't end up building what customer doesn't need at that point in time. There is must have future, there's should have future, there is could have. That's the Moscow theory. So could have are nice to have. Yes, we can have this, but for now, let us focus on the must have. So as a product manager, you must be able to know all of this, and you must work closely with your engineering and designing team. You must work closely with them to deliver solution. As a product manager, you have to be with your developers. You need to communicate your ideas to them in terms that they understand. Let them understand you. Use language that are concise, something they will be able to understand, so that you do not have this idea, I want to build an app that allows people to order fresh food, and they end up building another thing because the idea was not communicated well to them. So as a product manager, you have to work closely with your engineering team. Let them ask questions. When they are not clear, let them ask question. The implementations they are going to make, they are going to do, yes, you are not the one writing the codes, but you also need to know what it's behind that implementation, how it works. You need to know how it works. Okay, you have communicated your ideas to them, let you also have to know, okay, how do they intend to carry out this. So you have to sync with them. What method are they going to look at? What are the edge cases if they do this? So one thing about a program manager is, as a program manager, you have to be patient. You have to communicate with your engineers in the language that they understand, and let them also now. As a program manager, one thing about patience is, you tell your engineers, oh, this is what I want. They tell you, okay. They might tell you, this feature, probably if the feature is going to be kind of complex for them today, they will tell you, Elizabeth, why not? Let's do it like this. You have to be patient. You don't have to quickly say, no. Now you need to know their reasons for telling you that, why not like this. Then you, as a product manager as well, you have to ask them, okay, what are the edge cases when we do like this, or when we do like this. You have to also know the edge cases. Prepare ahead that, okay, this particular future, one thing as a program manager that you should always be thinking of is, the way you are thinking of the success, also think of why this thing will fail. Why can it fail? This particular future, what can customer or a user do to this app that will make it fail, or what kind of when a customer have bad experience. You also need to think ahead of all of those, so that you make provision for all of those edge cases as a product manager. And also, as a product manager, you have to measure your performance and iterate your improvements. Measure success. Measure your performance. Okay, the sign up page, I've worked on the sign up page as an engineer. They have done with the sign up and login page. You do your alphabet testing. Let customers, let's use our in-house QA, let them test the application. What is the feedback? What is the feedback? What is the performance like? Okay, as I'm measuring your performance, that's why you have to know your KPIs. As I'm measuring your performance, what is success like for launching this product? Now you have to keep reiterating, iterating, that, oh, let me iterate this. Okay, this is what I did in the version. That is why there is usually MVP, like I said. When you release your first MVP, in the next 2 weeks you can ship in another one, version 2, version 3. You keep reiterating your improvement, so you do not have to wait until all of your features are there, all the app is fine, everything is good. Even till date, WhatsApp keep updating their future. That is it. You keep rolling out, you keep iterating for improvement, but you do not waste development time. Do not waste time in launching your product. Once you have your idea and your minimum viable product ready, ship it out. Ship it out and keep iterating improvement. So now we have terms as product owners, product managers, and product program manager. Now, for a product manager, a product owner, now let's start with product owner. A product owner, it's a key role in the Scrum framework. They have different framework. We'll also get to that later in subsequent classes. We have the Agile framework, we have the Scrum framework. So product manager now, product owners here are most often used in Scrum framework. So they are responsible for maximizing the value of the products delivered by the development team. So as a product owner, you prioritize your backlogs, you write user stories. We'll get to that as well, where you get to write user stories. Project manager is a professional that is responsible for planning. As a project manager, as a project manager, you are responsible for planning and executing, then completing a project. It has to do with project. It has to do with project within a defined scope, timeline, and budget. Now, a project manager is working on a project, is working on resources, is working on timeline, is working on budget as well. Difference from a product owner or a product manager here. A product manager is someone that oversees and coordinates multiple related projects. Now, projects can have one project working on, but program manager manage multiple projects. A project manager can manage one project, but a program manager has multiple projects. He manages more projects compared to the project manager. A product manager has to do with frameworks, maximizing values of products delivered. Now, a product manager, do you know that a product manager can fit in for the role of a project manager, can do the work of a project manager? But it is very difficult for a project manager to do the work of a product manager. But a project manager can manage the product and still manage the project. So that's one interesting thing about product management. So now we have our project manager versus our project manager versus project owner. So for product manager now, they communicate the product's vision. This is the vision. They've cited the problem. They have a vision. They have the strategy and what the market fit is. Now, what are their deliverables? They prepare their product roadmaps, the strategy, they do their research, they do their requirements and the KPIs. As a product owner, you focus on backlog management. As a product owner, you're looking at, oh, okay, so this is the resources that we have. So these features are going to be in backlogs. So you manage it. You also maximize values in terms that, oh, this is what we need to do now. These are what we need to prioritize on now. So you write your user stories, your backlogs, your sprint goals. You are there at every sprint review. You have your sprint goals. So oftentimes product managers and projects and product owners are often used interchangeably. So like you can be a product manager and you can still be a product owner. Like I said, product owner is often used in the Scrum framework. As a project manager, that one has to do with execution of timelines and resources. And for program managers, they oversee to multiple projects. They do multiple strategic impacts compared to project managers that can be managing just one project. So for program managers, they have their program plan, they have benefits realizations and the likes for program managers. So we have types of product managers. Product managers have types. So product manager have types. We have the core product managers. So those ones focus on the overall management of the end-to-end experience of a product. So what's the responsibility of a core product manager? They do product strategy, the future definition roadmap, they define the future roadmap, the product strategy, they define their customers' insights, they work cross-functional, they collaborate with other members of the different teams. That's a core product manager. Now, a technical product manager, as the name implies, technical. They work closely with the engineering team. They handle highly technical products like remittance, payouts. So they do API designs, system architectures. They understand the system architecture. They are technical product managers. So they write technical requirements. So they are developer focused product manager. And growth product manager now, they focus on accelerating users acquisition. When we talk about growth products manager, it's very easy for somebody coming from the customer sector, customer service, you're doing customer satisfaction. It is very easy for you to transition into a growth product manager because you're already engaging with customers retention, revenue. So it's very, very easy to be a growth product manager. I'll say, well, you need a little bit of technicalities when it comes to technical product managers. But as a growth product manager, it is very easy for you to uh, It's very easy for you to come from customers service background and transition into growth product manager. So they run experiment, they test, they do their A and B testing, they do data delivering. So that's for growth products manager. So it's easier, like I said, to be a growth product manager. For technical product manager, you need to understand APIs, you need to understand system architecture as well, but it's a gradual process. So let me ask you on this call, what kind of product manager would you like to become? Anyone? What kind of product manager are you looking at? Are we still with me?
Yes, ma, why, ma?
Okay. So if you would you want to become a product manager, so what kind of product manager are you looking at?
Either the core product manager or the growth product manager, ma.
Okay, that's nice, Tereseju. Any other person?
Okay, easy round, yeah. So same as mine, either the corporate management, product manager or group product manager.
Oh, and why is everybody running from technical product manager now? Manda, you want to be a technical product manager? I'm just seeing the chat box. Some people say they cannot see my screen. Can't see my screen till now? Please, can we confirm that you can still see my screen?
Yes, ma, we can still see your screen. I think she had it's from her
Okay.
end.
Oh, okay. Oh, Babatunde wants to be a technical product manager. That's nice. Okay. Oluwafunmi, you want to be a core or growth product manager? Yeah, so yes, Babatunde, you can start from a growth. Like myself, I started from being a growth product manager. From there moved to technical product manager because I do more of technical, like work more with the engineering team. Yeah, that's good. Exactly. As time goes on, you get to know the technicalities, especially when you are building technical products. So you just have to fit in. You just have to fit in for it. Okay, that's good to hear. Okay. Do we have any questions so far before we proceed? So far,
None, ma, I don't have any question, ma.
okay. Batunde, any question? Please, any questions so far?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay. All right. So we'll move on. Okay. So these are the tools in product management. Tools that you should get familiar with as a product manager. So there are tools you should get familiar with as product manager. For your product strategy and road mapping tools, you need to look at AHA. There is Miro as well. So all of these tools, you can check them at your own free time. Then there's the product board. So it helps you with your product road mapping. Then we have our analytics and experimentation tools. We have Mixpanel. We have Google Analytics. So what analytical tools helps you with is when you launch your product, it's for you to be able to know, okay, how many persons clicked on the sign up, at what point do customers stop using the app, or is there any problem the customers are encountering when using, so it's just give you an insight into the kind of customers that are interacting with your product. Then we have the project and delivery tool, Jira, we have Trello, we have Asana. Who is familiar with Jira? I think Jira is kind of the common one. Are we familiar with Jira?
No, I'm not, ma.
Okay.
No, ma.
Anybody familiar with Jira? Okay. As time goes on, I will look into this to do an overview of the tool. We'll look into these tools. So Jira is a platform. It's owned by Atlassian. So they have Trello. They are the owners of Trello as well. There's Trello, there's Conference. Now, you can use Trello to report issues. The same thing with Jira. Now, you can use Jira to report your issues as a product or a project manager. So you can create your user stories there. You can also attach points, which we call effort. So, like, as a product manager, you have prioritized that are your futures. Oh. These are the futures you are looking at. So now, how do you want your engineers to pick up this? You put it on Jira. It's a delivery tool. It's for you to monitor the success. So you put it on Jira, sign up. As a user, I want to be able to sign up so that I can have access to the application. So you put it on Jira, then there's something we call sprint planning. Now, in an agile environment, most organization works in use agile methodology. We have the Scrum methodology as well. We'll be looking into that in subsequent classes too. So in agile environments now, there's what we call the sprint. There's sprint planning, there's sprint retrospective, there is sprint review. Now, in your sprint planning, you make use of Jira. You have allotted that, oh, this is the problem, sign up. My customers, I want my customers to be able to sign up, my user should be able to sign up using this. You put it on your Jira board. Now, when you have your sprint planning, you are on call with the engineers, the developers that are going to work on it, front end, back end, QA. Now you're not asking them, explaining to them, this is what I want. How long is it going to take you to work on this? That is where efforts will now come into place. They can tell you, okay, this is going to take us 5 points. Each of the points is, I think, it has hours. I think 2 points is like, is it 2 hours or so? So depending on the number of points, then you now calculate, oh, for us to be able to meet this timeline, for us to be able to build a future that has sign up, it should take us a total of this. Front end will give you their own time, back end will give you their own time, QA will give you the time they will need to also test it once the implementation and deployment is done. So you read all of these and arrive at the timeline. So yeah, Jira is often used for that. Same thing as Trello is also used to report issues. Then Asana also works like Jira. Then we have Notion. You can use Notion for your meetings. You can use Notion for your note taking as well. Then we have Figma. As a product manager, you have to be conversant with Figma. That's design. You have your UI UX designers. You have to work with your designers. You have to work with your designer. Now, as a product manager, first thing first, you identify that this is what your problem is. This is how you intend to solve it. This is the product strategy you are using. Now, you start by, okay, writing. After you have prioritized your futures, you start by writing your documentation. That's your product required documentation. Okay, this feature, this is what I want. You create a user story. As a user, I want to sign up. Why am I signing up as a user? Okay, what are the features? What are the things? What are the acceptance criteria for this? You input all of this so that when an engineering team, when a backend or a front end person picks it up, he is or she is able to understand that this is the idea you are communicating. So it does not end like that. When you write this, you also have to meet with your designer, your product designer, that, oh, this is what I want to do. I want to build an application. I want to build an application that allows people to order fresh food stuff, Okay, I need the sign up, I need the now I need you to help me with design. Now, because you cannot meet a front end person and sit a front end person down and start telling the person, oh, I want to build and have this. You cannot tell him all of these your ideas simply by just talking. You have to visualize your idea for him. That's where the product designer comes in. Then you tell your product designer that, okay, so this is it. You send your requirements, your PRD to your designer. Your designer looks at it, asks questions if there is any. Then your designer comes up with a design, a prototype of what the application, like a mock-up design. So that mock-up design is what your front end, your back end is going to use, especially front end now, is going to use to create the UI of your product. Now, how does a product designer now uses, what tools does product designers use in creating your designs? We have the Figma, the Sketch, Adobe SD. I think Adobe is even outdated now. Figma works more. You can collaborate on Figma live and direct, where everybody is collaborating and contributing. So as a product manager, you cannot say, my work is just a product manager. Oh, I'm not interested in the design. No, you cannot say that. You have to also, we're not saying that you should go and learn Figma. But when your designer, imagine your designer has worked on the Figma design and share it with you. But as a product manager, you cannot even navigate on that design. You as a product manager, you have to be able to navigate on your design. When they give you a Figma link, you should be able to navigate through, seeing that, oh, this is how I move, this is when I want to put a comment. So that is the reason why, as a product manager, you have to have an insight on all of these tools. When it is our Adobe SD as well, you should be able to navigate through this designing tool. So you add your comments. You might say, okay, my designer, I said you should put sign up page here, and on the nav bar there should be order, but what you put there is not order. You are putting it on the left hand, you are putting it on the bottom. I want terms and conditions to be here. So you put your comments. There will be design review. You call your designer and your engineers into a meeting. They look at the design. If there's any question, you must have gone through the design before you call them into the meeting. They look at the design, you also look at the design. Everybody is aligned on the design, that okay, this is it. Now, as a product manager, you are already getting an insight. You are getting an insight already that, oh, this is my idea. I've communicated my idea, documenting it, which is the PRD that you've written. Now it has been visualized, it has been brought to visual by your product designer. So you already know what to expect from your front end guys when they are working. You already know that, oh, my color is blue. Okay, on the sign up button there should be this. This is how the sign up button should look like. This is the icon I'm looking at. You are already aware of that. So it's no longer new to you. Now, what the front end is doing is they are giving you an actual application now. They are giving you an actual application that when you click on the sign up, you're able to see the sign up. When you click on the sign up, you are taken to the sign up page that has all of the information for sign up. Now, the backend team, the backend engineer is now responsible for the API responses. When you make a request, there should be response. The backend is now responsible for when I click on sign up, I inputted all of my details. Then I click on the CTA button. The CTA means call to action. So all this, when you go to your applications and you see sign up, login, they are all called CTAs. So when I click on this, it is clicking. The backend is responsible for that. The backend is giving the front end APIs to consume. So they are consuming that API, and that is why when you are clicking on anything, it is clicking, it is redirecting you, it is taking you to where it should take you to. That is the work of the backend. when the front end must have visualized, bring into play what your idea as a product manager are. So then we have communication and collaboration tools. We have Slack. How many of us are good with Slack? How many of us have used Slack before?
I'm not, ma.
Okay. Any other person? What about Teams? Have you used Teams? Google Teams.
Yeah, I know Slack, Teams, Zoom. I think I know.
Okay, you okay. Okay, so Teams is the formal, like well, not even the formal. There is no Skype again. So Microsoft Teams is used for meetings. Then they also have you can use it for chats where you collaborate, where you meet with your other what's it called team members. So depending on the organization you are working with, they have their own tools that they use. So some use almost everything. So you have to also try at your free time create a Slack channel for yourself, log in to sign up on Slack, try and see what Slack looks like. So Slack is just like what I call it, like a normal WhatsApp, but you have it's more of a professional and collaborative tool where you can invite people to join the channel. There is an announcement channel. Depending, you can have a general channel. You can delete your messages after you've sent it. You can add attachment. You can reply on a thread. I'll say does X kind of I think X kind of fits more into the definition of Slack. So yes, it's usually used to collaborate. Teams as well. You can use it to host your meetings. Loom as well. You can use Loom to host your meeting as well. You can use it to set up meetings the same way with Zoom. So for documentation, there's Google Workspace, there's Notion, there's Confluence. You can use Confluence for your documentation. I use Google Workspace for my documentation. So Google Doc for all of my PRDs, you're writing PRDs, you can use your Google documentation. Then invite on Google Doc. Google Doc, you don't have to click or keep clicking on Control S, Control X when you are working. It is automatically saving because it's connected to the internet. You are doing it live. So you can add your engineers to your PRDs when you are done so that they are able to see it. So on Google Workspace, you can add somebody as a commenter. When you add somebody as a commenter, meaning that person can only comment, the person cannot edit whatever work you have done. You can add somebody as an editor. Editor means the person can edit your work, and you as the owner, you can also transfer ownership as the case may be. So Google Workspace is very effective when it comes to product management, when it comes to writing of your documentation, when you also have to keep track of your projects. You can use your Google Sheets. Yes, your Google Sheets works very well in terms of keeping progress. Your Google Sheet works very well in terms of that. So I use more of Google Workspace, but people use Notion as well. They use Confluence, but Google Workspace, yeah, those are tools that you should start getting familiar with now. Save your documents using Google Doc rather than using Microsoft Word that you save on your local device. Try using Google Workspace to save your documents, collaborate, add other people to give other people access to your Google documentation. So it will really help you when in terms of writing your product requirements documentation as time goes on. Then also we have technical and developer tools uh, that for technical PMs. We have the Swagger. Swagger is a combination of APIs. Swagger is a combination of APIs where you have different API collections, requests and responses. Then we have the GitLabs as well, GitHub. So it's their repositories where you see developers code. Then there's Postman. Postmans are often used by developers to test APIs. There's a post request, there's a post request, there's the yes, there's post request. There's get request as well on Postman. So QA testers, quality assurance software testers, they also use Postman to test. They use Postman to test as well. They use Postman to test as well. So those are tools. We have wide range of tools as product managers. We have a lot of tools as product managers. But you do not have to master all of this. That is it. Like I said, for me, I use Google Workspace for all of my documentations, and I'm conversant with Swagger link as well. Then Figma designs, because designers will design using Figma. Nowadays, people use Figma more, so because you can collaborate more on Figma. So you do not need to master all of this. Just have an insight, have an idea. So when you depending on the organization you work, and depending on the kind of tools that they use there, I would also help you into building more on the tools that you should use as a product manager. Any question from anyone?
None from my end, ma.
No question, ma.
Okay, are we sure we understood everything I said? Hope I'm not just speaking to myself.
No, you're not, ma. I'm with you, ma. I understand, ma.
Okay.
I understand, ma.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay. All right. So, as a product manager, one thing you should always know it. You will always, there are usually obstacles, you will disagree with engineers, you will disagree, quarrel, when you disagree with them, you still come back again. You all will still have to reach an agreement and align. So you have to always align, always treat your developers well. Yes, always be nice to your engineers. Yes, you will always fight, but at least always know that a working software, a working product is the end goal. That's what I used to say. No matter what, it's usually a working software. We are all working towards one goal, which is success. Let's have a working application, a working product, depending on the type of products that you are building. Now, let me use software products now more as example. So when you build software products, you just have to always reiterate improvement. There will be versions till tomorrow. WhatsApp keeps updating their version. So do not wait. The key take home from this is, do not wait until all that your big idea comes into actualization. Start from small. Start from your minimum viable products. Once you have basic information, basic things that customers can use. Yes, they can tell you, "Hey, I need this." No problem. We can always provide it. We can always reiterate, but let them be using the first one. That's the first iteration. So you don't have to wait till everything is it's big, then you now start asking them to start using. No, because if you wait for a product to be, how will I put it now? For a product to have all of the features, you do not know how many people are building that type of product that you are working on. And before you know it, they will launch into market and you are still there trying to communicate with designers, engineers. So you have to, because the market is evolving. So you have to keep pushing. Whatever you do, just push it to production. Put it to put abi once you have tested internally and ensure that, oh, this is good to go for production, put it to production. You push it to production, let people start using it, get customers feedback. When you get customers feedback, it helps you to build a better product. It helps you to build a better product. And as product managers, we have to be open minded. Like, customers needs can change over time. Let's just be open to that change, that today you can be building A and tomorrow A can change, because our end goal is to satisfy customers need. So we just have to be there. Like, we have to keep ensuring that all of these things are met, all of these needs are met. We have to ensure that all of these things are met in terms of our product management. So we need to look at a particular user need, what particular problem do you think we can a particular an important problem, anyone can think of any problem, any problem that can be solved. Let's make it practical now. Okay, think as a product manager now. What problem do you okay before we think of a problem, now what products what kind of product would we like to build as an aspiring product managers? What kind of products are you looking at? So the rest of the class is going to be more of interactive. Let me go back to the notes. So we are going to practicalize all of this now. Just hold on. Okay, are we all with me?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Why, yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm asking us, what kind of product are we looking at when we finally become product managers? What kind of products do we look at diving into?
Ma'am, please, I don't really understand the question.
Okay.
Okay, like I mentioned at the beginning, that we have different products. It can be tangible products, it can be software products, it can be services. So I'm asking, like, what kind of products are we looking at building?
Okay. For me, I want to dive into fintech. I really like fintech. So I would like to manage fintech products. Apart from that, I also like to manage physical products. I love physical products, and I think I want to do something in that area as well. So fintech and physical products. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Abraham. Physical products and fintech products. Okay, interesting. That's a nice one. Yet the world now is technology driven, and I think fintech products are like off peak. They're not even like I think these days. Yeah, so we have a wide range of fintech products. From remittance, we have digital lending, we have investments, we have so many fintech products. So all you need to think of is okay, what problem? Okay, so let's use the fintech product. Do we have another person, or we use the fintech product as example for this class?
Yes, ma'am. Can I use that product as an example, ma'am?
Which product? Building a software that. Sorry, Sergio, did you say something?
No, no, ma'am. With you, ma'am. Like I thought you said, I thought you were asking if we should use
Fintech,
what
yeah.
you said as an
Oh,
example. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Everybody wants fintech. Okay, yeah. Somebody else
Yes,
said
ma'am.
fintech. Okay, yes. So we can use fintech products as an example. Okay, yes. So we have different fintech products depending on the one you want to manage. There's the remittance product where people send money, there's cross border payment, there's digital lending. All these are loan applications, they are fintech products. So there is investment, all our investments, save your money and you get 8% per annum returns. These are fintech products as well. So there is savings, and yes, there is savings, there is investment part of it as well. There's virtual accounts. So now let's use digital lending product for instance. If we are building a digital lending product, first we need to size what the problem is. I want to manage a loan product. What is the problem? We already have lots of loan products. We already have lots of loan products. But as a product manager, how can you make your own loan product stand out among the rest of the loan applications that we have? Anyone? You want to manage a loan product now. You want to build, not like you want, yes, you are the product manager, you want to build. Let's say you want to build because you are the owner of the product now. So you are building. So what can you do differently from the other loan products that we have? Glorious. Glorious, you want to say something? Okay. Okay. All right. You want to build a loan product now. First thing first, let's leave that side of what can you do differently from all the other loan products that we have. But you want to, let's say you want to manage a loan product as a product manager. What are you going to do first? You already cited a problem. Loan, people need money. How do you intend to solve this problem? By building a loan application that is accessible to people. Now you now need to do your segmentation now, your user segmentation. What kind of user are you looking at? Your loan application, is it for salary earners? Is it for entrepreneurs? So you need to look into that segment. Or do you want to do it for all or for both? What are your typical user? What is your example typical user? Who are they? Where can you find them? That's where all of your user personnel comes into place. Those are still things that I will cover in subsequent trainings. So you want to build a fintech product, a loan application now for, let's say, salary earners. You already know what the problem is and the solution. Now, I want each and every one of us to tell me one feature each that should be in a loan application, so that when you are doing your product roadmap and feature prioritization, we know what to put. So you can use the chat box, you can unmute your mic and speak. Pro- Future needed for a loan application.
The person's name, ma.
Okay, the person's name. Yeah, that should come under the sign up or the login page. So when we, yes, onboarding, yeah, exactly. Thank you to research the person's name. Now that is how do I put the person's name now? Future, future is okay. Let me start from here now. Example of a future. Example of a future is sign up, login, lending, that's the actual action, repayment, thank you, repayment period, those are future. Now that name now is attributes, attributes of each of the future. Okay, in your sign up, what are the attributes that will be there on that form? Okay, the person's name will be there. Okay, so first thing first, you want to build a loan product. First thing first, when you want to build a loan product, the first thing you should always do, the first feature is, how are your user going to sign up? Sign up is the first feature. User acquisition, sign up page. So you know that your first feature is sign up. When users sign up, then there will be the login. That's under onboarding. Yes, Abraham said onboarding, exactly. That's under sign up. Now when you as a product manager, first feature sign up, things will come under that sign up o. Dat sign up, that's when you now start thinking of, okay, my user should sign up, and what are the informations, the onboarding informations I want to collect from my customers. That's where the name, do you want their BVN, and also you need to also target your loan application that you are building. Is it for Nigeria? Is it for other countries? So you also need to put in this into place. You need to also put this into place. and that's what's going to guide you on the onboarding information. So interesting. Sign up, log in, that's the second feature. Then yes, the loan application itself, where customers apply for the loan. Then the repayments, how are they going to repay the loan? You also need to think of that. That repayment feature has to be there. Do you want to automatically collect your money? Is it going to be a manual approach? You have to also consider that as well. Okay, somebody is asking. Yes, I'm still showing the product manager tool, because this is more, yes, that's the last thing for today, which is the tool. So this is more of a practical interactive section. I believe we got that. Okay, so sign up, repayment, login, that's very important. Then loan requests, because that's the major thing you are doing. Loan request, whatever version you want to ship out, your loan request will be there. So now you have highlighted how many features now: sign up one, login two, loan request, then repayment. So you have to now build on these four features. These are four features. On sign up, what are the things that are going to be there? On login, what information is required to log in? On loan request, what are the things expected? What kind of loan are you looking at? Do you want to have a back office where all of these things will be set up, then customers, end users will be able to see this? You have to think of that as well. Then repayment, how is the repayment going to be done? How do you want to collect your money? Is it in tranche? Is it just once? What's the interest as well? So these are things you need to look into. So first of all, on these four requirements, you have to write a product requirement documentation on it. That okay, I want to be able to sign up. I'm building a mobile application. What I want customers to be able to do: sign up, onboard, request loan, and repay loan. Four features. When you have written, breaking it down, how you want your repayment to work, how you want your loan request to work, how you want your sign up to work, how you want your login to work, what is the behavior, are your acceptance criteria. For sign up, users should be able to input alphabets in the name column. Do you want to accept numbers? There should be validation around all of this. Do you want to accept numbers? Do you want to collect customers age? Do you want to collect their email address? Upon successful registration, do you want the system to send them an email? These are things that will be included in your product requirement documentation. When you've done all of this, then you call the engineers to a meeting. You share it with them. Sorry, before you call the engineers to a meeting, you share it with your designer. Your designer gives you a mock-up wireframe or a Figma design of this your idea that you have put in writing. And that's why I said you can use Google Workspace. That's where the Google Workspace comes in place. You use your Word doc, that's Google Doc, to write your requirements. Then you share it with your designer who designs the Figma designs for you, for instance. You go through it with your designer. If there's any correction, you make it, you make your modification. Then you call your engineering team, plus your QA and designer will be on that call for any design related questions. That okay, this is what I want to build. This is what the visual representation looks like. How do we intend to go about this? How long is it going to take them? Do they understand? On that call, they will tell you, oh, they don't understand this. What do you mean by this? What? Then you have to, once everybody is aligned, you have to consistently check with them. Okay, sign up feature. You don't have to wait for them to build the four features. You do not have to wait for them to build that four features. Once they are done with sign up, you test the sign up page. If there's any adjustment that needs to be made, you let them know. Oh, this is it, this is it, this is it. They look at it. Oh, okay. They reiterate it, improve it. You test again. That is how product management is being done. You test again. When all of these four features is complete, then there is what they call the sandbox environment. There is sandbox, which is the test environment. Call it sandbox, call it test environment. Then there is the production environment. Sandbox environment, which is test environment, is uh where you test. You test it, let me say locally. You test it on your own, like it's not yet available to the general public. When you push to production, that's when people can now download from App Store, Play Store, depending on where you want it to be hosted. So when customers download the app now, you've shipped out four features. Now you have to monitor the progress of it. Okay, is there any complaint from customers? Are people signing up? That's when you now start using your Google metric, Google analytics, to like, okay, is there any issue? Are customers stuck on sign up? What is the feedback? How many customers ended up not finishing their sign up page? That's where you have to be very active as a product manager. Imagine onboarding requirements. You want somebody to sign up to your loan application and you're asking them like 20 questions. So most of us will do that. When we are filling a form online, if the form is too long, you just abandon it and go. You not even complete it. That's where the Google Analytics comes in place. You are able to check the progress that, many people dropped halfway, how many people after spending 2 minutes on the page they left. So you are able to look at it and reiterate that, oh no, my onboarding documentation is too much. You reduce it, collect basic information. As time goes on, when they are into the app, you can collect your other information. So this is how you improve as a product manager. This is how you improve. You be like, oh, okay, this is where the problem is coming from. Oh, login page, people are logging in with their phone number, I mean only their email. Some people prefer phone number. Then you introduce the one for phone number. Remember, you have shipped out your first feature, which is the version 1. So you continue to reiterate. So you can just be like, oh, okay, this version 1 does not have phone number sign up. Okay, let me introduce sign up using phone number. You tell your engineers again, oh, this is what I want my people to be able to do. Then before you know it, they ship it out. They are able to do that. You monitor the progress again. Feedback from customers. How long does it get before loan is being disbursed? Is there a delay? These are things that you check. Okay, you also do your competitor analysis. What are my competitors doing differently? You check. Okay, how can I improve? If you notice, this is what they are doing, I don't have this feature. That is when your product roadmap will now come into place. Okay, in your product roadmap you have like 30 features, but you ship out 4. Then you now prioritize again. Okay, which one can we add now? Which one can we add? You start adding gradually. You start reiterating, you start shipping it, you start manage the customer acquisition in the last 3 months that you have launched this product. How many acquisition have you gotten? How many customers have adopted this product? These are things that you look at. Then you keep reiterating for improvement until the product reaches maturity. As it's reaching its maturity, you are getting your maximum revenue. You're also thinking of something else, how to improve, how to bring in another product. You keep thinking, you like, there is usually something to work on. That's one thing about product management. There is usual, except you don't want to work on it, there is usually something to work on as a product manager. You always have something to improve on, something to work on, something to improve as a product manager. Any questions so far? Any from anyone?
None, ma. I don't have any question, ma.
Okay, thank you, Terry Chase for me. Abraham Oluwatofunmi, peace. Are they down?
No question from my.
Okay, thank you, Glory. Oluwatoyin, any question? Okay, back to my slide. So our assignments for today, let I will share this. I will after the class. I'll put it on the group chat. So let's go and read more on this and come. We are going to be our own teacher in the next class. So we'll read on this. What product managers, the role and the best practices for product manager. So let's go and read on these. Then the next class will come and share our ideas. So we share our ideas of what we think. We share our ideas of what we think on this. If there is need for any clarity, and I'm very sure that we are able to know what a differentiate a product manager from a program manager and a product owner. Are we? Or do we still have any clarity or misconception about that? Any clarity? How many of us would want to would want to do both product and project manager? You know, some organizations they will tell you they're looking for a project slash product manager. They want one person to manage it, and it's usually a product manager that fits into both roles. A project manager cannot do the work of a product. No, 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 no. But a product manager can always do the work of a project manager. So most times you don't even need a PM. You don't need a PM to manage your products. You be your I manage my products. I manage projects, the products as well. So how many of us would also like to want to practice both product and project manager?
Me, ma.
No. So it's just you don't want to be a product manager or have you project
No, I thought you said would like to like practice the two because most times so I see more of project than product manager, but I actually like product management. But if I don't mind trying out project management. So since you said a product manager can be a project manager.
yes, yes. A product manager can be a
Yes, ma'am.
project manager, yeah. And I think Lawan can also do that, Abraham. You said you manage projects already. So yeah, you can do both project and product.
If the workload is not too much, maybe I can
You're
consider.
running for workload. Well, yeah, it depends. You know, some organizations are just coming up. They don't want to hire both. They'll just hire one. So yeah, it depends though. But yeah, but product management generally is interesting, and I also transition. I started like this as well. So that's one thing. I also started like this as well, taking product manager. I'm not a product manager before now, so I also started like this. I transitioned into product management. I can't really remember when I did. But I started with customer service. So it's easier for me to be a gross product manager because I started from customer service, admin, and yeah, from there, since I've been lasting with customers, it's easier for me to okay, be a product manager, transition into being a product manager, and from here, being a gross product manager. I found myself in the fintech space where we have to build tech products, fintech product. So yeah, and I also have to fit in for that technicalities when it comes to technical PM. So yeah, some things you don't just uh envision it that this is it. But yeah, when you find yourself in that space, see, you just have to be open to learning. And one thing I would want us to always do as well is, let's not limit ourselves. Let's be open to learn, because like I said, that I started as a customer service, and I wasn't limiting myself to that customer service. That's one thing. I knew I wanted to know more about product. So I do meet product managers. I know they are already in the space. I'll just meet them. Hey, please, can I assist you? It's not as if my work is not much. Like, my work is much, it's overwhelming. But because I needed to learn, I will still have to go and meet them. Please, is there anything you want me to assist you with? They say, ah, no, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot already. You don't need to. I said, no, don't worry. I have free time. It's a lie. I don't have any free time. The free time is after work hour. I prefer to help them. I said, don't worry. Just give it to me. I will try. Are you sure you can? I will try. That was how I started, and I started picking interest. That, okay, if those people can do it like this, why not? I can also be a product manager. And from there, they were even the one referring me that, this guy can do this guy can do this. So yeah, just always be open to learning. Always be open to learning. Assist people who are already there. Be curious about things. If you are in the customer support space, it's very easy. If you have in one way or the other, we have always liaised with customers in terms of satisfactions, then it should be very easy. Product management is not something so very hard or complex for us to do. It's something easy if we are intentional about it. One thing about product management is, be intentional. I want to learn this thing. I want to transition into this thing. Do not only do product roadmap for your product, do product roadmap for yourself. You are also a product. Do a roadmap for yourself, that, oh, this is what I'm looking at in the next 6 months. After this call, this is what I'm looking at doing. I want to continually improve myself. You start in, what's it called, trying to do internship for people. It's just to gain that hands-on experience, practicalize things, look at things, that just every software that we use, there is usually a product manager behind it. For every software, WhatsApp, Instagram, there is usually a product manager that has brought that idea to life, that has continued to manage it. So also see yourself managing one of those products one day. So when you use products now, as you continue to grow in this product management line, when you use products, start having that mindset of a product manager. Start looking at each feature that you are clicking on, looking at what can motivate this person to do this. Oh, what if they had done it this way? Could it have been better? It's hard to start looking at all of those things, because they are, especially software now. For every software, Google, every, even this application that we are currently hosting the meeting on, it is brought to life. There is a product manager that manages things, that brings it to life. So let us always also look at that. There is a lot of improvement. Let's start from this missing Muslim. There's a lot of improvement that can also be done on it. Like, okay, this is a product, this is an existing product. Oh, what can I do to improve this particular missing website? There's a lot. I'm not sure that there is emoji. Can you send emoji on this link? Just like Google. You know, you can. Okay, okay. I think
Huh?
there is emoji here. You can send emoji. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can, yeah. So like, I'm seeing this as a typical Google. It's like when you look at competitor analysis now, it should be Google versus this. So because but one important feature that stood out for this platform is the fact that when you record your meetings, it records directly on your local devices. Compared to when you use Google, Google saves it on your drive. Google saves it on your drive. And also one thing I think I like about this Jinxing is you can record regardless if you are using the free version. You can record your meeting. You can record your meeting regardless. So that's another interesting feature about this. So yeah, these are things we need to be looking at. This is somebody's solution. Somebody would have looked at, oh, look at Google Meet. What are the lapses? What are the loops, oh, in Google? Then the person came up, let me do this. when I do this one can record, regardless maybe it is paid or not, you can record your meeting and it will even save to your device. You don't have to use data to start downloading. So those are the kind of thinking we should start thinking as aspiring product managers. Look for existing products, look out for existing products and how to make that product a better one. So look out for existing product, make look for things. In our next class, each and every one of us should go back and look at a software product that we have used in the past and what you think can be done to make it one feature, just one feature. Now let's not stress ourselves so much. Just one feature that we can inculcate to make it a better place. Then we will just then everybody will share our insight on it, then we'll look at it in our next meeting. Do we get that?
Yes, ma.
Yes, so please.
Yes.
So in our next class, let's look at an existing, it should be a software product though. It should be a software product that you've used before and look at what improvement can be done on it, what future. Just one. Just one is enough. So we quickly look at it in our next class before we now proceed. So we look at this now. And also the link, let's also I don't let me see if I can copy it and even drop it in the chat box here. So let's read about it and in our next class I think I would, yeah. So this question and answer, I will share. Let me copy this. Okay. So I'm putting this on the chat box now. I'm putting this on the chat box. Okay, so Tori Sergio, you can put that on the group chat. So let's look at that and give a summary of that in our next class. So that's our reading assignment for the week. So we have two assignments. The first one is for us to look at these and give our feedback, a summary of what product management is all about. Then look at an existing product that you have used in the past and what can be done to improve it. So that's what we're going to be. That's going to be our take home. Any questions so far from anyone? Any question?
No question.
Okay, so what's our take home for today? Like what stood out? Let me just put it this way. What stood out for us in the class today? Like what's that one thing that we can always remember that stood out for us in this class? Feedback section. Let me start from Tori Sejun. Tori Sejun, are you there? Hello. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So yeah, feedback section. Abraham, what stood out for you in this class?
Okay, so today I got the idea of what product management really is, and also the types of product management. Product manager, I thought product manager just manage any product that comes their way. I don't know that there's particular that they have types like growth product manager, also technical product manager. So all of those things stood out for me.
All right. Thank you very much, Abraham. Okay. Peace. What stood out for you?
Okay, I understood that product managers are responsible for the what and why of a product.
Okay, the what and why. Interesting. Interesting. Ade Damola, what stood out for you? Ade Damola, are you there? Oluwafumi. Oluwatofumi.
Yeah, what stood out for me today was like knowing the difference between a product manager, project manager, and like program manager. I actually did not know before that. I actually did not know their roles before. So like, but in class today, I got to like know their differences, and also I didn't know their types of product manager. So I got to know in class too today.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you. All right. I learned the difference between the different type. Okay, thank you so much, Ade Damola. Okay, Babatunde. Matter, my take home is the products. Let me see this. My take home is as the product manager, you must be abreast with innovation and think outside. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Mata. I also learned an insight into the different roles used by different tools. Okay, awesome, awesome. That's awesome. Okay, what else? Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. What else are we? Okay, so you say, June,
Yes, ma'am.
what's your take home
Yes.
today? What's
Okay,
that?
my yes, ma'am. My take home is the different type of product manager.
Okay, the different types of
Yes, ma'am.
product manager. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, that's interesting to know that we all learned one or two things in today's section. And let's not forget our assignments, as said. So we have two assignments for the week, and also we'll plan on when next we can meet, what time works best for us. Uh, I think, do we have everybody on the call today? So, if we have, oh,
No, ma, not everybody.
okay, so we need to work also with time that makes everyone. Okay, that's fine. So, any question again? We still have many more minutes to go. So we have 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes to go. We have 5 more minutes to go.
Sorry, ma. Please, can you go back on the assignment again, ma?
Okay, okay.
Thank you, ma.
Coming. Okay. So can you see this now? Are you able to see it?
Yes, ma. I can see it, ma.
Okay. Somebody is saying I should differentiate between a product and a project manager. So for a product manager, A product manager oversees to the entire life cycle of a product, while a project manager manage products. Sorry, manage projects now. Project manager has to do with project, resources, timeline. Project manager deals with resources, timeline. So you can be, let me give you an instance. You can be a product manager working on a loan product, then working on a transport product as well. So you're working on two products. You are a product manager working on loan, and you're working on a transport product. Then a project manager is managing your product for you, is managing the projects, the company's projects now, managing the transport project and managing the loan project. So he works more with timeline that, oh, for this loan application that you are doing, how long is it going to take us? Oh, okay, it's going to take us 2 weeks. How many resources is it going to take us for us to conclude on this? So a project manager is looking at time, resources. He works with timeline. A project manager work comes to an end. When a project is completed, that is the end of the life cycle of that project. But a product work doesn't come to an end. A product manager, you continually, like, it's a continuous what's it called? It's a continuous thing. Once your product is launched to the market, it doesn't stop. Maturity, depth, you have to keep improving. But for a project manager, once that project is completed, that is the end. You have to start a new project again for him to start managing. So that is it. I don't know, Martha, did you get that? Okay, all right. Thank you, Martha, for that. But Batunde, you asked if the class is not daily. The team lead will communicate to us on that. The team lead will communicate to us on that. Yeah, you're
Sorry,
welcome.
ma. Please, ma, can you go over on the assignment you gave us again, ma?
Oh, okay. So the first one is for us to read the document I sent. That's the link.
Okay, ma.
And the
Okay,
second
ma.
one is for us to look into an existing product, a software product now that we have used
Okay,
in
ma.
the past. Look at what future can better enhance at least one. Let's do one first. One feature
Okay, ma.
that can be on that application that can better enhance that application.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any question, reaction? We have 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes for us to. Thank you. Thank you, Ade Damola. Thank you, Mata. So I believe we got the. So for the assignment that has been given, we can just put our findings on a. Let's start making use of the tools. So let's start making use of our Google Doc. Let's start making use of our Google documentation. So use your Google Doc. You can share with me once you are done. Yes, yes, it will be uploaded on the LMS. It will be uploaded on the LMS. It's you're welcome. And then we have 1 more minute to the end of this section. Uh, do well to let me know if you have any clarity on the assignment. Any clarity? Okay. There are no questions, reactions, or comments.
Ma, please, I have one question, ma. Ma, you said we should use the Google Doc.
Yes, please. Just yes, a Google documentation. Since you have an email, just go to you know how to, do you know how to use Google Doc?
I think so, ma.
So just use the Google Doc and share with me when you are done. So that way
Okay,
it's
ma.
easy. If it,
Like, ma, is it the like we should type the answer there and send it to you?
yes, correct,
Okay, ma. Okay, ma.
correct.
Okay, ma. We'll just share the link with you.
Yes, or you can grant me access. You can just share with my email.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma.
Yeah.
Okay, ma.
All right.
Okay, thank you, ma.
All right. So thank you everyone for your time so far. We'll meet again in our next class. Let's make use of the group. If you have any questions, reactions, or comments, I'll be available to attend. All right, everyone. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.
Thank you very much, ma.
You're welcome.
Bye bye, ma.
Thank
Bye.
you.